I'm Jim Cornette, the intellectual threat. Top rope dropping a clothesline right between your chest and your neck. Give you a pile driver, stand and spit on you. No respect. Body slams on multiple surfaces. They say I'm the best and the worst at this. Dominance wasn't working when I was feeling worthlessness. I'm passionate about what my purpose is. The pinnacle of human achievement has nothing to do with your purchases. I'm drop kicking you back to reality. This ring fucking hurts. It's a different brutality. Take a 310 to Yuma and fuck Wheeler Yuta. I'm the acrobatic blade runner who can switch blades in 6 ways and perform a perfect suplex. And that's it. The match is over. Check on my opponent as I turn to the crowd. Now throw the X up and listen to the boos get so loud. Now throw your guns up and be proud. One, go. One, go.
Yo. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Brian. That's Adrian. We are Triggered Wrestling. What's up, everybody out there in the house? Picante sauce coming with the hot takes already. Boy, oh boy, if it wasn't for the men's four-way and jet speed tag team matches, this episode was rough.
Damn,
Adrian, what do you got to do to defend your beautiful AEW?
Defend? What do you mean? I mean, if she don't like it, she don't like it. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and beg everybody to love AEW like some marks do. I mean, if they critique the product, they get critique the product. That's their take.
I will say that this episode was very WWE-esque, so I liked it because there's a lot of storylines, a lot of kosher pickles being thrown around today. And did I enjoy this episode? You're damn right I did, because the matches, I don't give a shit about the matches. I'm there for the stories. And let me tell you, there's some stories made here, a lot of stories not made. Specifically, like, why is the opening match? Well, I understand why the opening match was the opening match, because the Young Bucks, right? This was supposed to be a 2nd-hour match, Adrian. They're rushing it to the first opening match. But why the hell are we getting Swerve and Ospreay versus Blake Christian? Blake Christian?
It was just a random match, a tune-up match. Last week, I guess they were we saw a little partnership in them as Swerve was overseeing Will Ospreay's injuries. He overheard the Young Bucks and Hangman speak. So they found out that in order to defeat Evil, they had to defeat the EVPs. And like they mentioned today, if you were paying attention,
oh yeah, I understand that part.
Status will be on the line, bro.
I understand that part.
Shit just to talk shit.
No, I'm not just talking shit. The reason is, like, if the EVPs really wanted to throw a wrench in the plans of Will Ostrich and Swerve, you would pick someone else other than Blake Christian and Big Shotty Lee. But
it wasn't that. It was just a match, bro. This was just a match, just a tune-up match. They weren't trying to hurt him like what's his name? The guy from Roppongi Vice said later on the night, Trent Beretta. It wasn't that type of match. It wasn't a hired for gun type of match.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
It should have been.
Did you hear the Young Bucks say it? Because I'm not gonna hear it and connect imaginary dots, Brian.
All I'm saying is, out of all the fucking bootleg tag teams that AEW has out there, they throw out Big Shotty Lee and Blake Christensen.
Who would you want in their place?
Gates of Agony, someone that looks the part of a fucking actual tag team.
They were just on Collision.
I don't care if they're on Collision. I should have seen them today.
But it was just a tuna match to make them look good, Brian. That was it. There's nothing to complain about.
There is. Why put them against the shitty fucking tag team?
To make them look good.
They should be looking good, regardless of who they're beating.
Just to make it. It's tuna match. As you can see, it was a match for the 2nd hour. They weren't prepared. As you saw Will Ospreay's music hit, you were like, where the hell is Will Ospreay? He came out as second after a minute of his theme song being played. Yeah, it was a good match. Not complaining. Little tuna match. I'm not expecting Gates of Agony or any other tag team to do some damage. It wasn't a hired gun type of situation. And if it was, where was the story? I want
There's no stories. Shitty storylines.
That's what. So it wasn't. So why are you making up shit?
Let me say, because I am complaining from a person that loves wrestling, and I could see so much. Like I see the potential.
You don't complain
No,
about it.
let me get my shit in.
About it in
Let
WWE?
me get my shit in. I see so much room for potential that if they would have been like, "Hey, Brian, this is what we should do," I'm like, "But why them? Why not
Brian,
hire somebody?"
Brian, this was just to make them look good. Do you really want Gates of Agony to job against Swerve Strickland?
They already jobbed to everybody else. What is it?
What's the point? Why are you complaining then? If they're jobbers, if the Gates of Agony are jobbers,
because they look the part, Adrian. They at least look the part of fucking.
So you can complain and be like, "Oh my god, they beat two wrestlers that looked the part."
No,
Brian. Yes, Brian. Yes, you were gonna complain regardless. You were gonna complain regardless, bro. You were gonna complain regardless.
There's a lot for me to complain about in the first 20 minutes of this show, Adrian, and you're gonna let me complain.
Bro, you have nothing to complain about. You're finding shit.
Big.
Are you cutting out?
That's what it is.
I didn't hear you cutting out, I think.
Oh, I said as a wrestling fan, I want to see the bigger wrestlers wrestle. People that I'm like, oh, that's like something out of the.
So when Will Ospreay beats wrestlers, wasn't there a meme that you posted saying, "Oh, Will Ospreay finally seeing what a real wrestler looks like in Bobby Lashley"? But again, if Gates of Agony would have jobbed to Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland, you would have still been talking.
It would have been a fine match, and I would have been complaining. Blake Christian and Big Shotty Lee are like fucking vanilla, bro. There ain't nothing special about them. Not one dang thing.
Hey, Brian, you didn't complain about Pat McAfee going up against a world champion, bro.
Because Pat McAfee could actually put on a fucking match. Pat McAfee is how many times Super Bowl winner, guys? Pat McAfee is the best puncher to ever step foot on that gridiron. All right?
The glazing is real, Brian.
Nah, but see, that's just one issue I have with this. The second issue is this beef that they have has no reason to have this EVP ship on the line. And the fact that it seems like they just they're rushing this story, dude. Like last week, it's the most rushed storyline ever.
What do you mean? When did the Young Bucks cost Swerve Strickland the title at Revolution, right? When was Revolution?
I don't know. You tell me when was Revolution.
You're the one talking. You're the one about talking about storylines.
Back in March.
Oh,
but does that
back in March? Holy shit.
Okay, but does that have enough to do with challenging and giving him the EVP ship?
Yes, it does. Where it cost him the world title shot, it cost him Will Ospreay. They're getting interfering in matches they're not supposed to. Brian, calm the fuck on, Brian. The story's right there since March. We had segments already, bro.
No, that was the one thing that happened in March, and we got a breadcrumb like a week ago when we were like. When Hangman and Swerve were like, "I wasn't me. I didn't send them out there."
What about when the Young Bucks came out and said, "Oh yeah, we did our friend Hangman a favor and we cost her Swerve Strickland the title"? When was that, Brian?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
That wasn't last week. That wasn't 2 weeks ago. Like last month. Get the fuck
last month was like
here,
2 weeks ago, Adrian. You fucking tripping balls, bro.
Month is 2 months. Brian, it's January 25th.
January 25th?
Get the fuck out of here.
That was back in January 25th?
We're June 25th. My bad. We're in June 20th. 2 weeks ago was last month?
I mean, yeah. 2-3 months. 2 weeks ago.
You're going to complain. At least find something good to complain about.
It is good to complain about. This storyline's ass.
No, first you said, oh, this whole storyline just happened last week.
Yep, here we go. All that time invested into the Young Bucks EVP angle just to have it randomly put on the line. Yeah, it's random put people on the line. It is.
Bro,
I want to see Nate try to defend this because I know damn well he can't.
Bro, it's not defending. It's just you guys just hating just to hate, bro. This is why I laugh at your fan base, bro.
My fan base? My fan base, they loves wrestling and just wants cohesive storytelling?
Bro, wrestling? Come on.
Nate says, I mean, I won't lie. I was hoping it would have been Ospreay versus Mox and Swerve teaming with Hangman against the Bucks. See, I kind of see that one too, because eventually you'd think that Swerve and Hangman team up at one point.
That's what you wanted, right? I remember that's what you wanted, right? Hangman and Swerveman?
Hangman Silvino says Ibushi's like Hook, but with aura. Is that a compliment or no idea?
Ibushi lost some bulk. He does look a lot healthier than what he was before.
He does. Gotta give him that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna. We're not gonna jump into that right now because there's a lot of stuff I can talk about. But Silvino says that's not random. He clearly said they're tired of EVP shit. So
yep. Thank you.
That did happen. Yes, that happened today. But all that stuff that they've been, bro.
No, EVP's been EVPing for a long time, bro. Get the fuck out of here. The AEW hate is fake, and it gets proven to be fake.
If they really want to get hate, you just say no, and then that's it. Come on. No, who'd be like, you know what? He's right. We got to put it up on the line. No, that's not how this works.
Get the fuck out of here, Brian. You got exposed, bro. Move on.
No, it's a bad story.
Move on, bro.
But either way, what do you think about the actual physical match, Adrian? It sucked.
The match, it did its job. I'm glad that they used talent and not local talent. That's what I was expecting when I heard Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay teaming up for the first time. I thought they were going to use local talent. I already had my triggered energy for local talent, but not complaining. It's a tune-up match. It's to make them look good. And they're jobbers. I mean, I'm not going to have Gates of Agony.
They're enhancement talent, Adrian. Put some respect on their names.
Okay, whatever, enhancement talent. He did his job. Not a banger. Not the worst match I've seen. It was decent.
All right, Jeremy. I've been trash talking him online for like the last 2-3 days. You can tell All In is coming soon because everyone's been triggered lately, especially Brian.
Yes, he is, bro. About the dumbest shit, I swear, bro.
Oh, okay. Just for people that don't follow all the comments, me and Jeremy were getting into it because of on Collision, which is the same arena that they were in today. It's a 6,500 seat hockey building. They had 2,000 people on there for Collision, and they had 2,300 people there today.
So average ticket price, average for AEW then?
Average?
Yeah, that's 2,000. 2,000's average fan base for AEW show.
I mean, when you have a 2,000 seat building like they did here in Sacramento, then yeah. But
yeah, I mean that's before last year too. They were doing like average 2,500, 2,600. It's nothing new that I haven't seen before.
It's bad, Adrian.
Hey,
they're in Washington, and the best company in the world can only muster up 2,000 people to pay for their Collision. Who said
it was the best company in the world?
They did.
Who's they?
AEW. They said this is where the best wrestle.
No, and it's true. The best do wrestle.
I beg to differ. Michael Graham says, sorry, I'm late. I passed out doing a supposed best wrestling company during a supposed best wrestling company. Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, just like Brian passed out on Monday. Remember, Brian? When you told me?
What?
You passed out on Monday?
You're putting words in my mouth. I did not pass out, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. Bro can't find any other excuses to hate the Young Bucks.
He can, bro. He can. The story's been explained in front of his face. The story was just booked last week. What are we doing here?
This is a shitty storyline. That's why. Look at SummerSlam tickets right now. Emptier than All In. Are they? They barely went on sale like on Wednesday, dude. Calm down. They barely went on sale for the single day tickets. Absolute butt cheeks. Exactly. It was an absolute butt cheeks.
They are doing 2 nights. I forgot, huh?
Yeah, they're doing 2 nights.
Ooh, that's going to be a banger. That's going to be a banger show.
It's depressing to look at from a visual POV. The arenas are dark as fuck. Not even just from a hater. It is. Adrian, I need to get your honest opinion on this.
Yeah.
It does look bad when it's all dark, huh?
Oh, yeah. Obviously, yeah. Like arena on TV or as a fan?
Like on TV.
On TV, yeah, obviously, because it gets dark. It gets in the way of visuals, especially with the camera crew. They're not up to par. They still don't know what to do. So yeah, it gets a little confusing. But again, it's not a major thing that I should be complaining about. I mean, I'm worried about the wrestling. I'm not comparing that, but I'm not when somebody's in the squared circle going at it. I'm not be like, what the fuck is that in the background?
Why is it so dark? Why is it so dark?
Why is it so
you
dark?
know,
there's wrestling going on. Why am I worried about something else other than wrestling?
Let me tell you, Adrian, because when I was out there watching to see if our signs were showing up on Collision, it didn't hit me because where we were, it was lit up. We were lit up. But then when you see it on TV, they like add like a dark vignette around the background. I don't know if you noticed, where everything's just fucking blurry. And I'm like, damn.
What do you mean?
For example, when we went to Stockton show, which was empty as fuck, you can't deny that.
I have 2 eyeballs, bro. Why would I didn't? No, Brian, it was full. It was full, Brian. It was full.
Saying, I'm just trying to create, just get rid of any doubt. It was empty as fuck. But we were lit up. Like we could see clearly we were lit up. But when you watch back the episode on the way they showed on Collision, it looked hella dark. But I'm like, it wasn't dark. They're doing some post-production work to darken that shit up.
Yes and no, because they only light up the ring, because the spotlights, if you look up, they have the spotlights on the ring.
That's some bullshit. That's bullshit, because this was during promos where you can, like, when they're recording and you see yourself, I saw myself the entire time with a clear fucking sign. But when you go back to watch it, it's all like red.
What do you mean? I was
like,
red?
No, like the whole post-production.
So if I go back and watch our episode, it's gonna be all red?
Post-production when it's live. There's post-production when it's live. Because it's not live, there's a 15-second delay from when they're recording.
Brian,
we know this.
Brian. AEW is not there yet with the production value. Bro, there's
no such thing as actual live TV, Adrian.
I know.
All live TV goes on with the delay.
Hold on. I understand that, but don't give AEW too much credit. As an AEW fan, I know they have trouble with production. I know they have trouble pointing cameras. I know they have trouble pointing at good angles.
Hey,
when
that's fine, but they can still add a filter to their shit.
Don't, Brian. Don't stop giving them too much.
They do.
They don't.
They do.
You making up shit, bro.
I'm not. I swear.
Okay. All right. If they can't catch a good angle, what makes you think they have a 5-second post-production thing filter that you think they use?
I'm pretty sure they do. I'll fucking email those motherfuckers tomorrow just to be like, yo.
That's a straight hater who just wants to find something to complain about.
I just want to know if they do. Like, that would be cool if they do, because that's something we could see about in production.
So now it's if they do. I thought you were for sure.
I'm pretty sure they do. But I gotta get the...
Oh my god.
This guy. It's like when they turn off the lights for some. Yeah, but that's completely different.
See, I'm not
because they just go like this. They go like this. See, you guys can't see shit.
I'm not giving AEW too much credit, bro. I talk so much about their production crew and their cameramen. I'm not giving them that much credit. And this is me coming from a sicko, bro.
Their banger match. Wait, is that CWT? No, it's like, damn, that's a banger ass match. Why the fuck is it so dark in the back?
Yeah. Yes, 6 years and there's still production issues. Come on, let's pretend like this is nothing new. As a sicko, I can talk shit on my favorite company. I'm not like other fans, but yeah, I'm not gonna give them too much credit. They don't do no post-production things over there.
Nate says, Brian, I thought you said you enjoyed tonight's episode. I did.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it, but I can still talk shit. I still found a lot of shit. You
know what's funny? You said this was a WWE type of episode, so this explains to us now that you do not like WWE. You just
I said there's a lot of storylines being driven here, but I can still complain about the empty arena.
Yeah, you could.
I could. There's a lot of stuff there. There's a lot of stuff to complain about. Specifically, Adrian, I'm going to ask you a serious question here right now. I mean, I'm trying to think of how to word this right here, my guy. So you're saying that you don't like Goldberg, right?
Goldberg?
Because he can't walk and he looks like he's injured, right?
He can't walk. He looks like he's injured. He got injured on his way to his last match. He dropped The Undertaker. He's not believable. More than just what you just said, Brian, but yes.
Okay. All right.
Does he need to be going after a world title after losing 4 out of his last 5 matches? Absolutely not. It does not make sense storyline-wise. It does not make sense kayfabe-wise. It don't make sense at all, bro.
Okay. So I say that because we are going to be doing our Night of Champions predictions later on today, so stay tuned for that. But our next match is Trent versus Kota Ibushi. Kota Ibushi coming back from double ankle surgery. That's what happened, right? He broke both of his ankles last match.
He did, and then even before that, he was working on injuries with New Japan, which is why they had a fallout. He wasn't really his normal self when he came back to AEW. But yeah, it was a whole lot of problems for Kota Ibushi.
That dude was a walking medical bill for a while, and Trent this was his comeback match too, right?
I believe so. I think they said first match since March.
First
singles match.
Sounds about right. But either way, what did you think about this match, Adrian?
It was decent. It wasn't the best. Like I said before on the SmackDown episode a few weeks back with Asuka and Alexa Bliss, it was a sloppy match, but that's because Asuka was injured, coming off of long injury. Alexa Bliss was pregnant. Ring rust. Kota Ibushi as well, ring rust. I wasn't expecting him to come out with this whole 2019 wad of moves that he had back in the day. It was good. It was decent. Did his job. Not a banger.
It's a different type of match from Kota Ibushi than what he usually does.
Match. Yep.
Still selling, taking some bumps, like he took a bump to the outside from Trent.
Yeah, and it's just his first match back in a long time. I wasn't expecting for him to give me a banger of a match. I wasn't expecting Trent Barrera to go hard on Kota Ibushi. Pause. He did his job. Kept me tuning in.
Yep. Ibushi's not back in prime form. Calm down.
I wouldn't go that far.
Glazing. That's glazing right there. Bro.
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, the match was fine. I mean, there's not really much to complain about. It was a good match for the match's sakes. I don't know how I feel about, I guess because it's 300, right? And then Okada's going to be going against Kenny Omega in 17 days. But other than that, I'm like, okay, we're getting Kota Ibushi versus Okada. That'd be a fine match. I mean, people are going to be going back expecting a banger, but considering this is Kota Ibushi's second match back, I don't know exactly what to expect here. Yeah. But I'm sure people are it's gonna sell tickets.
I hope it sells tickets, bro. But yeah, this is gonna be my complaint. We have not seen the full potential of Kota Ibushi. I don't think we will ever see his full potential from Kota Ibushi. But putting him with Kazuchika Okada so soon, I'm not gonna glaze it. It has potential to be a good match or potential to be a bad match.
It depends how healthy he is, because let's not pretend that like his matches in AEW have been really good.
Okada's?
No, Ibushi's.
Yeah, he's only had a few, but yeah.
Yeah, like 3-4 matches. It's not like it's been a lot, but I don't know what to expect, man. It's kind of hard because clearly Nate's expecting his prime 10 years ago fucking match, but I don't think that's what we're gonna get.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have said maybe a couple weeks before. Oh shit, no, never mind. It is a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have this match, to be honest. I probably would have done it after.
It's gonna be 10 days before, so
I probably would have done Ibushi and Konosuke first. But that's just me.
Yeah, I guess so. But this is a good point. Derek says I'd be more happy with Okada versus Omega if Don Callis wasn't involved. Yeah, I'm tired of relying on this crutch of Don Callis for Kenny Omega. I feel like that was done before, like relatively like right after the injury, you know?
Yeah.
Like he had a ladder match, a cage match with fucking. Did he have a cage match? No, it was Will Ospreay with Kyle Fletcher. What match did Kenny Omega have?
I think it was John Moxley.
No, he had a match with Konosuke Takeshita when they were both wearing the boxing shorts. Boxing theme.
It was
for
the
anime. Yeah,
that was for the tag titles. Oh, for the title. The title, Kenny Omega had.
Yeah, I feel like that would have been the end of the story because when you beat him for the title, like what the fuck else, you know?
Yeah.
But instead, he's going against Okada, unifying the title. But now Don Callis still involved. It's kind of weird. Yeah, and Takeshita is heading to the G1 tournament soon. I think it's after All In though. It's not really right now. They're Japanese wrestlers. Of course, I'm expecting it to be great. I mean, Adrian, is that racist?
I think that's a good side of race.
I don't know. You stereotyping, fool?
I'm like, it's like saying like two Mexican boxers are gonna have a good match.
I mean, not necessarily. I've seen some shitty Mexican boxing matches.
You're right.
Either way, but yeah. Takeshita Okada 2. Okada's been so different ever since he like came to AEW.
You also have to understand, Brian. You have to have a good dance partner in order to have a banger match. You cannot just have a banger match on your own. Nobody can.
I'm just saying the fact that he barely has matches.
Well, yeah, but I mean, who would you have in AEW against Okada to be something similar to what he had in New Japan?
He's been a third string fucking participation trophy having motherfucker since he showed up to AEW.
Yeah. Yeah, but who would you have to have?
Swerve Moxley?
Swerve Moxley.
Swerve you can fight Moxley.
True. But Swerve was world champion. They still haven't crossed paths. Moxley, they still haven't crossed paths.
By choice or by just I don't know what the booking is. I feel like I've said this multiple times in AEW where it feels like there's a clear distinction of like the Japanese EVP guys and the former WWE wrestlers.
What do you mean?
Like outside of Moxley, right? I don't think there's been anybody that would fight the other side. Like it's always Okada, Kenny Omega, like the Japan guys versus each other. Mm-hmm. And you know, it's like there's two different rosters inside of that. They only do business with one side of each other. I don't know if that makes sense, or if you guys have even noticed that.
It's I guess you could just say they're not really interacting with each other. You know, when you go with let it play out storylines, you want Okada versus Moxley versus Swerve Strickland. Would you have watched those matches at all?
Well, yeah.
Would you mind you, this is an AEW show, so you would have gone probably a 2-week storyline and then a match. Is that something you would have liked, or you want a story? I mean,
let's not talk about what I would like. I'm just saying
what you would like because you're complaining about it right now.
I'm saying it's not even complaining about it because they don't even fucking interact with each other.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you don't see everybody in WWE interacting with everybody at the same time, right?
Not specifically at the same time, but you do see mixing with each other. It's not like there's the EVP guys that don't ever wrestle anybody else from the other side. Like, for example, Claudio Castagnoli, he wrestles the Japanese guys and stuff, but Pac doesn't.
Pac is almost never on TV, bro. And then when he was only just after the Lucha Bros, he was mainly like injured and then going back and forth from England to America. And he was with the Death Riders.
So you're telling me that Will Ospreay can go from England to America, but Pac can't?
He did, but Pac was just the background character for the story. Remember? He was just back there with Claudio and.
So you're telling me he's afraid of the grind? I know he's hurt, but. Yeah. Was he having visa issues? He was having for like a year and a half. No,
he was just not used. He was used. He was just in wrestling. He was with Moxley, entering arenas, beating people up.
I could have sworn there was a time where he was just in England for like the longest time.
Nope. We just want to find something to talk shit about.
No, I'm just saying there was a time that he wasn't on TV. He was just in England. Both former main event people from New Japan, Okada being the top guy for almost a decade, Ibushi being well known. Oh, he's talking about that. Okay. He said, I'm not racist, guys. I'm just expecting greatness from two great Japanese wrestlers. That's not what you said. You said they're Japanese wrestlers. Of course it's going to be great.
Damn, expose them.
Expose
them. He said, I didn't say that. Bam.
Bam. The aura was lost after he was presented as a comedy act with the beach and almost stereotypical Japanese tropes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something a racist would say.
It's like I'm not, but
I just want I respect their culture. I have a Japanese friend.
He said it's okay.
He said it's okay. Fucking did. All jokes and in jest. I'm not serious at all, Nate.
No.
It's because the main storylines always involve someone within or involved with the elite or a former WWE champion.
Yeah,
but that's not what I'm saying, though. But I'm just saying, like, they don't interact with each from one side to the other side. But I feel like most of that, like Rusev, for example, Rusev obviously didn't wrestle a lot. Aleister Black obviously didn't wrestle a lot. The list goes on and on of these wrestlers. But maybe that's gone. Maybe they're gone now. So who knows? Maybe will intermingle a little bit more.
Rusev was wrestling up until he got injured. After that, he just stopped. Malachi Black was allegedly refusing to take pins. And it looks like
he's right.
He's not beating those allegations now in WWE. Andrade, where's he at?
He just was in the Money in the Bank, so he did win a match. But either way, it's
After how long?
Yeah, he's been out for a while, but hey, it's better than when he was doing AEW. I'll tell you that much.
That's true. Better than catering. Yeah. Hey, actually, in AEW, he was saving himself money though. He didn't have to travel. He didn't have to pay out of his own dime. Had to sit at home.
I'm sure Charlotte Flair, before they broke up, worked it into his contract at some point. She had, she called the numbers in and was like, "Hey, get my boy some free flights." Hey, bro. I mean, if Aleister Black can come back to the WWE and then get Zelina Vega the title, I mean, what do you think? I'm pretty sure he gets first class tickets, 5-star hotels, just because she worked into the contract when he came back.
True.
Let's see. I think the biggest lost cause to me is MVP begging a tag to go after her business. Yeah, especially
But
we'll want to talk about that in just a little bit.
But no, talk about it. You got brought up.
All right, fine. It got brought up. Remember how I said they looked kind of weak because they ran away from the what do they call it? Jet speed?
Yeah.
They took them out today, and then they're begging for tag teams. Yeah. And it really hit me that there's I feel like it says all the time there's really no tag teams.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks that they are looking at. They're like, oh, we need tag teams, but like the Outrunners are still there.
Yeah, they already beat them.
I know, but still.
But see, my complaint in AEW and WWE is that I want more people challenging for titles. I said that about Nia Jax. I'm not gonna complain about it here, bro. That's what I want in a wrestling company. I want more people receiving more opportunities, whether it's 1 week, 2 weeks, and then done. I like people getting rotated. I don't want to see.
Okay, what was the last time you saw Private Party?
When they had the last match with Her Business. Their contract is soon to be over. So if their contract is soon to be over, then just let the contract run out. Why are you going to give them more opportunities when their contract's going to run out? It's going to be another Mariah May situation.
Okay, I get that right. Did the COVID guys ever get the title shot? No.
COVID guys? You want the COVID? No, hold on. You want the COVID guys? You talk so much shit about them.
I'm just going based off of your rotational talent, Adrian. Because you hear me, but okay. Remember how Top Flight and them were kind of having a face-off, and then Top Flight ended up winning to earn the right to be having the match. Okay, but now COVID boys, they could theoretically under this get a title shot too. And I'm just saying because you're talking about rotating talent. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just trying to help you out by naming teams. The guns on the bench.
Brian, would you want the COVID boys on versus the Hurt Syndicate? Yes or no?
Personally, no, but I'm just trying to help you out by naming tag teams.
But see, I'm talking about credible tag team names, bro. Come on,
don't. Okay, well, in that case, there's no credible tag team outside of FTR. But
yeah, I mean, Outrunners at one point they were credible. They had the fan base. Top Flight, I guess, whatever. Private Party, they were champions. Ass Boys, they were former champions that never got their title match. Out on the bench right now. Who do you want? I understand that AEW struggling in tag teams. But the COVID boys, Brian, you
At this
complain
point,
about
I mean,
it's like because you complain with real rushes and good matches with like the likes of Sir Strickland, and now you're not complaining here.
Well, I'm not. I was just naming names to help you out with teams that haven't gotten tag team title shots. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that that's what I want. I'm just because you were saying that you don't. There's no teams, and I was naming teams that haven't gotten title shots. That's all.
So,
but let's see. Nate says, if everyone wasn't so fucking short, then maybe we would have actual contenders for these beefy motherfuckers.
Thank you.
Well, see, that is true.
The WWE fan base complains about the physique and height of some wrestlers, and well, how come they're not getting title shots? So they can complain. Why is that little guy getting the title shot?
And that's the other thing about that, Adrian, is Christian. They already announced that they have the father and son tag team titles. That got leaked all over the place today.
Yeah.
So is Christian and Nick Wayne gonna beat the Hurt Syndicate for the tag titles?
See, that was a little confusing to me because I don't know if I read it wrong and it said that they had additional titles as the father and son tag team titles, or when they win the tag team titles, they're going to be rebranded as father and son tag team titles.
I mean, I that's the one I'm hoping for. Otherwise, then we're gonna be like, we got more tag teams. We got another tag team titles to defend,
and we have no father son tag teams besides Christian and Wayne.
I mean, you can see, and that's the other thing is you could think about the Von Erichs, where the dad is there and he can just pick up one of the brothers.
Atlantis Jr.
Atlantis Jr.
Nah, bro. See, if they do come out with those titles, bro, best believe I'm gonna have a lot of energy for those worthless titles because I bring that energy on both shows.
See, that she said the way I took it was a new belt. Yeah, but just like bring it up as a joke. But then why even? Not that it was announced. I mean, it was leaked out by various news sources. But the way they wrote it out was like, oh, they got new tag team titles made.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, well, the only reason you make titles is because you're gonna use them. In what ways? Like either as a new title belt, as a comedic title, like. But for it to be a comedic title, they have to win the tag team title, I think.
And these titles were supposedly made a year ago.
That's the other craziest thing about it. They were made a year ago.
Yeah, I don't know if it's actual titles or just the rebrand of the titles. But
I mean, I'm hoping they beat them. Otherwise, why make these belts? Unless Christian gives them to Nick Wayne, is just like, I crown you and me the best father-son tag team. This are title belts. Atlantis Jr., the Von Erichs. Who else? They signed L.A. Park with one of his sons.
True.
Fucking Damian Seis and Mecha Wolf. They signed fucking Rey Mysterio and Dom Mysterio. I don't fucking know. Adam Cole and fucking MJF. I don't know, man. Like, what do you do here? Yeah. I thought AEW was a comedy promotion. And there's a lot of things. They also rumored the women's tag team titles. That was the other thing that was announced today.
Yeah, that's one of them. It's like
leaked. Not announced.
And when we posted, people were like, "Oh, why are you guys talking shit?" And it's not talking shit. It's like if you're gonna give titles to somebody, you want that somebody to elevate the division and elevate the title. The person makes the title doesn't make the person. And if you don't treat the title right and the title holder right, then it's gonna be a worthless title. I mean, let's face it. I mean, we may be talking shit, but it's the real. There's been a lot of people in the past who've held the title we had high hopes for, and their run was pretty mid, and they I would say they kind of lower the title stock, in my opinion, when the title reigns are bad. But yeah, this tag team title, I mean, why even make a women's tag team or even announce it when the women's division is struggling? You know, you get one match on Dynamite, 2 on a good day on Collision.
But see, this is the thing. Who would the inaugural champions be? Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford? That's your only team.
Probably TJ maybe, but no.
Oh yeah, I forgot about TJ.
Too soon for them. Billy Starks, Athena. See, it would have to be somebody who can carry a storyline in AEW. And I say storyline in quotation marks because you know what I mean.
That's true. But see, that's the thing. That's the thing about these titles is if you don't do a storyline, then you have to have people fighting for these titles randomly, and you don't have a deep roster unless you start using Nyla Rose and Marina Shafir again as a team. Chris Statlander and Marina Shafir, maybe. I mean, that they kind of have that going on right now, especially after today.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Syke says, by the way, I got time now. I'm officially making you guys a new song. Nah, it's gonna be better than Bullet Club Freestyle. Oh shit!
Ooh, okay.
Hey.
Looking forward to that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they broke up the Acclaim. The Righteous was a good one. Von Erichs, FTR, Reach for the Sky guy. Mark Briscoe and Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy's hurt. Hopefully come back soon. Wardlow's gonna be coming back maybe at some point.
Bro, Wardlow recently has been posting on Twitter.
Begging for jobs.
Apparently he was filming American Gladiator back to back seasons. That's what some people on social media are saying. Well, not really, but they're saying, "Oh, he's filming a show." Yeah, for 2 years.
I don't know, man. But he's out there. What did he say? If The Rock's not available or if Batista isn't available, I'll be
Bane or Bane. If Batista's not available, he'll be Bane. He's available.
His Wardlow won't pay him though. Yeah. Pac is gonna be coming back at some point, but so is Buddy Murphy. What is it? What is he in AEW? Buddy Matthews. Buddy Matthews. He'll finally reunite his tag team with Brody King. That would be because they were supposed to be a team.
Jack
Perry. That's a good one. Where the fuck
I haven't heard that name in the long. His last match was when he lost the title, right? It was against Daniel Garcia.
Imagine Daniel Garcia teams up and starts recreating the team with Nigel McGuinness. They go for the tag team titles. Adrian, would you like that?
Hell no, bro. That's an announcer. You know I don't like announcers stepping foot in the ring.
We're gonna have AR Fox and Ricochet as a tag team, as a heel face tag team.
I actually did like that tag team, believe it or not. I like the storyline behind it. Yeah. I like how everything played out. That was a good match.
I actually like that. AR Fox and Ricochet, the comedic timing kind of worked out. And it's kind of weird that AR Fox is coming off as a serious guy here, considering he wasn't even on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Like the last 5 years, he was signed to the company. But yeah, I'm excited. It was a good match. My Mountain Dew Baja Blast match of the night. For sure, 110%. But yeah, I mean, I expected AR Fox and Ricochet to win. They didn't win.
Actually, I was like, how are they gonna have AR Fox eat the pin in his home state of Washington? And I was like, how? Because I mean, obviously Ricochet's not gonna get pinned. Jet Speed, newly signed team, they're not gonna get pinned. But they did it good. They did it in an asshole way, and it got Ricochet some heat. It got us some heat points. It's good. I like the storyline, and if this could potentially lead somewhere where he screws more people, and then he's gonna end up getting his at the end. And hopefully he does get a good faction, bro. Because I mean, I don't want him to say he's the future of the company, but he low-key needs a faction. At least 2 people behind him.
I agree. I could see that. What did you think about Mark Briscoe calling out MJF, calling him, what did he say? He said, I know, it sucks, walking around 30 years with a kosher pickle, with a short and small kosher pickle. I'd want to hang out with these guys too. And Bobby Lashley starts fucking laughing his ass off.
Fucking Bobby Lashley laughed his ass off. It's comedic promo, bro. What can I say? It made the heel get laughed at. It made Mark Briscoe get some comedic points. We're probably gonna see MJF, Mark Briscoe before All In.
It will have to be next week.
No,
I
because
think it's gonna be All In, Adrian.
No, because Mark Briscoe is already for the Casino Gauntlet, and MJF said he's gonna go have a match at the Casino Gauntlet next week.
He's gonna have a match at the Casino Gauntlet next week, or to like qualify for the Casino Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, they're probably gonna fight each other inside the Casino Gauntlet, and that's gonna be a storyline.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, so it's starting June 25th, and All In is July 12th. So 2 weeks, 3 weeks probably.
The fuck are you talking about? What's June 25th? Oh no, today's June 25th. Yeah, there's only 2 episodes of Dynamite till then.
I know. I just fucking around.
This guy confusing me.
I didn't know where I was going with that, so I just stopped.
Okay. Well, then we got Athena versus Willow versus Thunder Rosa versus Chris Statlander. It was nice to finally see Athena.
You didn't see her on Collision?
Well, I'm just saying, like on Dynamite.
Oh, nice.
Just because, for example, you usually don't see her on Dynamite. It's rare when you see Thunder Rosa on Dynamite. So it's always nice to see them in the match here. That's actually the rumored match that's going to be taking place either at Ring of Honor or at All In for the Ring of Honor title, which is Athena versus Thunder Rosa. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if this was a way to like nudge it along, be like, oh, this is where this beef started in this match. But we got to see a continuation of Willow and Chris Statlander and the Death Riders as well, with Death Riders helping Chris Statlander beat Willow and be number 1 at the Casino Gauntlet.
Mm-hmm. I like this match. Thunder Rosa showed out. I thought she was gonna win. But I'm not upset Chris Statlander won. I do want to see the match with Athena and Thunder Rosa. They were heavily saying it could potentially be at the Ring of Honor show before All In. It should be at All In. They should not have a Ring of Honor.
Do you think?
I would want it to be. I'd want it to be. Thunder versus Athena, Ring of Honor World Title. It's like, let's say All In is AEW's WrestleMania. Are you gonna have their champion that's been holding the title for over a year on a Ring of Honor pay-per-view or at All In pay-per-view?
I would put on Ring of Honor pay-per-view because she's Ring of Honor champion. And on top, but this is the other thing about AEW is you have your women's champion and TBS champion in the same match. Mm-hmm. So if this match isn't on there, then there has to be another women's match on there besides the Women's Casino Gauntlet. Otherwise, then they're just gonna be like, oh wow, just one singles match, huh?
Yeah. So
it has to be there. Unless they have like a women's tag match to crown the inaugural tag team.
Maybe just a tag match.
They signed the Iconics. Make it happen.
No, they're with TNA, right?
They are, but maybe you don't know. Maybe it's by per appearance.
True, that's true.
Who knows? But I mean, I'm down for the Iconics, bro. I forgot what their name is in TNA though.
Yeah, they have a weird name.
Inspiration. I think so. Either way, moving on. Hangman Adam Page versus Beast Mortos. Let's talk about somebody that's getting the Zelina Vega push. It's my boy Beast Mortos.
Oh, gee, I wonder why.
It all makes sense now. Because I always wondered, I'm like, they're using Beast Mortos a lot lately.
I'm just glad, and I know I'm just glad Mercedes Moné is finally using her creative control to good use and is using it on Beast Mortis. Because that woman that has no creative control at all. And she's finally, and if she does,
she has none.
And if
this fucking guy.
And if she's finally using it against her dude. I mean, Undertaker did against Michelle McCool.
Yeah, she definitely has creative control. She's definitely pushing this guy because I mean, unfortunately, he's not winning matches, but he's being used. At least he's getting TV time. I mean, that's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
if he eventually wins the unified championship of AEW, then we'd know that.
And you
that
know,
she,
what's funny? Tony Khan personally spoke with CMLL's owner about Beast Mortis because he was in hot fire with CMLL.
yeah,
Because when he left CMLL, 2 days after that, he joined AAA, and that was a big no-no. So he was under fire. And then, if you know the issues with Rush and CMLL, they're kind of similar.
mm-hmm.
Why didn't Tony Khan do the same for Rush, but he did it for Beast Mortis?
Right? It's like, why did he do it for everybody else except for, or for nobody
Rush.
else except for Beast Mortos?
Yeah, and that's upsetting for me because I like Rush. I like the Realistico. LFI is a good faction, but
He didn't do it for Penta.
He didn't do it for Penta.
He didn't do it for Ray Phoenix.
He didn't do it for Ray Phoenix. No, Penta did go to CMLL. He had a face down. He had a face off with Mystico, and then that's when he signed. Yeah, WWE killed those two banger matches, Andrade and Mystico and Penta and Mystico.
Did he go to CMLL
Penta,
while he was in AEW?
Yes, he did.
Hold on a second. I gotta Google this.
Google it, bro. I'll just go Penta on cage match, and then hold on, let me look it up. I was already on here.
I gotta look this up, bro. D Hearns. He said you don't need to wrestle homie a lawyer now, right? What are people saying, bro? That this what's that the bald actor Adrian that's he's a fireman, he's a NASA guy. What's his name?
Adam Pearce?
Stop, bro. What's his name?
I don't know, bro. What you mean?
I know you know. Johnny Sins, bro.
Astronaut, teacher.
Astronaut, bro. That's fucking Beast Mortos right there. That man's is real life Johnny Sins, bro. Apparently he was a nurse, he was a veterinarian, he was all these things. Now he's a lawyer. Dude's been a whole bunch of jobs.
Oh yeah, Penta had a best 2 out of 3 falls match with Máscara Dorada, Místico, and Volador Jr. versus Death Triangle. Oh yeah, Death Triangle.
Oh yeah, okay, they had a match. Interesting. Okay, but Beast Mortos though, that's what I gotta say.
Yeah. Hey, some people call him Roman Reigns from Temu.
Oh, here it is. Outside of wrestling, Mortos is attending law school and passed his bar exam in June 2025. He is also a former nurse and veterinarian.
TMZ posted
Johnny
that.
Sins, bro.
TMZ posted that too.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Man of all trades.
Man of all trades. Next thing you know, he's also has Mortos been an astronaut? I was gonna say he's gonna take Gravity's mask and use it.
Yeah.
Interesting, man. Crazy day. What an episode. I'm dying.
Yeah.
Hangman and Page, Beast Mortals last main event. Hangman and Page wins. Is there anything really much to say?
No, this is one of those times where like you can call me a sicko, you can call me whatever you want, but you know we talked about this in AEW sometimes when you can erase a match from the show and you can add maybe one backstage segment or maybe something else. I don't think we needed this match, the Beast Mortis Hangman Page. I'm glad we got it. But it was a fast-paced match. It was kind of like
should it have been the main event?
No. Main event, no. Probably the women's match.
I was gonna say the women's. It should have been the women's.
The women's match, yeah.
Oh shit! They are taping for Collision tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow, Thursday, because of what are they? Wait, it's Collision tomorrow, right? Yeah. Is it showing tomorrow or on Sunday?
They're showing tomorrow.
Live? Oh hell yeah!
What's going on? Oh, I know why. Because they have the
UFC? Yeah,
no, not UFC and Night of Champions, Morning of Champions.
yeah. Wait, so AEW scared of Morning
Yeah.
of Champions?
They're just trying to avoid being on
Yeah.
the same day.
Same night, yeah.
Crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. Why did it take so long for everyone to come out and help Hangman? The invisible wall strikes again, just like in WWE. Because nobody's watching what's going on until it's too late, apparently.
I'm trying to say there's no production meetings. Nobody gets their cues.
No, I mean, no, I don't know what it is. I mean, it's just story. That's just TV wrestling stuff. That's bullshit, but I get it.
Wait, so it's this Saturday? No.
No,
You guys-
Saturday night, it's Morning of Champions.
Oh, okay. You guys are messing me up. Okay.
Yeah, that Saturday night's main event is in July 12th.
Got
The same night as
The same, yeah. Damn. That's
all
a
in-
whole. And before, in the morning is Great American Bash, right?
Yes,
Oh, that's gonna be a day of wrestling.
they're getting Oreo'd, bro.
They're getting Oreo. That's good.
They're
Getting
getting
cream filled.
sandwich, bro.
They're getting cream filled.
They're,
That's gonna be a day for wrestling, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
They're getting spit roasted.
Eiffel Towered.
Eiffel Tower. I mean, I understand his story, but all these people are saying they're on the side of Hangman, but nobody's ready. Yeah, I get it, bro. I get it. They're like, I got your back. Let me turn around real quick. All right, 30 seconds gone by. He can wait a minute, getting choked out. Oh, he's almost out. Let me get out there now.
You remember, like when the Death Riders was first coming on the scene, there was an episode of Dynamite started with like the roster being in the parking lot. It was the Dark Order, Satnam Singh, Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett, Private Party, COVID Boys. After that, I don't think I've seen the whole roster after that.
I haven't seen Satnam Singh in a long time.
He was
Jeff
Triple
Jarrett,
H
Jay
champion.
Lethal. Jay Lethal was on there like 2 months ago, a month ago.
Yeah.
Brandon Cutler never showed up again.
Brandon Cutler.
That's the last time we saw him was getting his hand busted up by the Death Riders.
He can't goon anymore, bro.
If there's a will, there's a way.
True, that's true.
Like, God forbid these people don't know how to fight off Marina Shafir and Wheeler fucking Yuta. It is what it is, man. That's your boy AEW. Oh, the Ops. I still think Ops should have had Osprey. I don't know why, because it's really close to the same name.
Osprey.
Osprey. I don't know. I feel like what's your man's in New Japan Pro Wrestling?
Tanahashi. No.
The white guy. The English guy. What's the name?
Gabe Kidd.
Gabe Kidd. I feel like he just showed up randomly for no reason in AEW.
Yeah. He pulled an Undertaker. He just showed up at an
Exactly. He pulled an Undertaker.
He pulled an Undertaker. Showed up, attacked, and left.
And then just like it's like, why were you getting involved against the Rock of all people?
And dude,
That's how it feels like with AEW.
It's
I'm like, why are you helping out John Moxley, sir?
Like, honestly, I don't want to. Never mind. I'll tell you later. I don't want to spread rumors here.
Nate says, yeah, when are those guys going to defend the trios titles? I forgot they had trios titles.
Dude, who has the trios titles?
The Death Riders.
Really? Oh, because Pac is injured. But then, see, if he's injured, then you got to vacate the titles.
But then that's another title belt. I fucking forgot those titles existed.
Wait, no, Moxley took. They defended the titles once, and Moxley took Pac's place, and that was the last time they defended them. It was one. Yeah, Moxley defended the titles once, and I think it was the week after Pac got injured. That's when Moxley took over.
They didn't defend the title against the Ops?
No, it was Moxley and Samoa Joe. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, and Hook came back, pulled a Houdini. Oh, the champions are the Ops?
Oh shit! Yeah, the champions are the Ops. It was in Vegas. That's when they became champions. When we were in Vegas, Brian.
Oh, Spring Breakthrough. That makes sense. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
But see,
There's nobody. There's no trios people. There's no. That was April. Holy shit!
see, and
There's nobody to defend the titles against,
nobody.
unless you defend them against the patriarchy with I'm spacing on his name. Nick Wayne, the other guy.
Oh, Kip Sabian.
Kip Sabian. And there's no really trios.
There's no really trios. I mean, the Elite, Death Riders, Ops, Hurt Syndicate, but they got tag teams. What else? No. You remember back when AEW had factions and now they don't.
They have factions.
Oh shit, they do.
Yeah, the Elite, the Death Riders. They have
The Don Callis family.
Don Callis family.
Paragon.
The Paragon.
Paragon's another trios. But Paragon though,
the conglomeration still technically around. They got
around.
They have like 2 trios that you can make in the Don Callis family.
Yeah, 3 if all of them are healthily in.
Healthy. Brian Cage and
Lance Archer,
Murder Hawk. I think all the trios are Ring of Honor. I don't know. I feel like not that Tony Khan has booked himself into a corner, but he's definitely booked himself into a difficult situation here.
Yep. The titles again. And this is why I'm glad they're unifying the Kenny Omega's title and Okada's title. There's too many titles. You know, we said it before when these titles were coming on. What 2020, 2021? Another title. If you're gonna start getting rid of titles, I think this is just start getting them in a good way.
Not that I'm excusing WWE, but because WWE has the same amount of belts, if not like 1 or 2 more. The only way that makes WWE somewhat work a little bit better is because of the brand split.
Yes.
So it's like it's not like this person could go against the other person, and they technically could, but the brand split makes it seem like this is just Raw, this is SmackDown, and that's kind of what makes it somewhat work, because sometimes it doesn't work, especially specifically with the women's tag team titles. But
and it also helps when your champions are on TV, even if they don't wrestle, they're still on TV, whether it's a backstage segment, and they're on a rings announce table or just outside of the ring cheering on somebody. They're still on TV.
Yeah. This is true. Let me see.
So that's an issue that AEW has had since the beginning of time. Just keep people consistently on TV, especially when they have titles.
Let's see, AEW World Trios database. I'm looking it up. The last time it was defended. Let me see here. Matches.
The Ops. Hold on. Last time it was defended was against. It has not been defended.
Title matches by year. Oh yeah, it has not been defended. They just holding the title hostage.
Yep, they fought the Frat. The Frat. I mean, that's a Ring of Honor faction, I guess.
The Dark Order is still a trio. They're not being used. Yeah.
Dark. Yeah, but I think the Dark Order ran its course after Brody Lee, man.
Yeah, but I mean, at least they'll use the wrestlers to do something else.
True. Evil Uno, you can still use them on. Yeah, Evil Uno, Alex Reynolds, Hungy.
At least the Death Riders defended it. Fuck.
They did. Fucking House of Black defended the titles.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
So who are the Ops going to be facing out All In?
Probably the Death Riders. That's what's
it's not going to be Moxley, because Moxley's going to be fighting. So it's going to be
Yuta,
Claudio, Yuta, and Pac. Pac is healthy.
Is Claudio healthy? Because he was injured last week.
That's why he didn't go to the match, huh?
Yeah. Well, then shit. See, that's the storyline wise. It makes sense for the Death Riders, but their teams is not there.
They called in Gabe Kidd as a replacement.
No,
and Gabe Kidd brings in someone else from the War Dogs, from the Bullet Club War Dogs. They bring in Drilla Maloney, or what's the other guy's name?
Clark Connors.
Clark Connors.
Oh, Clark Connors has been good.
Yeah, but then people are gonna be like, "Who? Why are these guys involved?"
Clark Connors is small, bro. He's only like 5'6", 5'7".
That reminds me of something that happened earlier today about the Lannister.
Oh,
I don't know if I should tell.
Yeah, tell him, bro. Tell him, roast me, I guess, bro.
All right, so we're in a group chat and you can on Instagram. We're in a group chat. You can create your own nickname. For some reason, Adrian decided to, because his nickname on there for the longest time was 4 foot 14 inches. Obviously, because he's short. So instead of saying I don't know how tall he is, but I used to say he's 5'2", and I was like he's 4 foot 14, which I thought was fucking hilarious. Yeah. Adrian changes his name to Tortu Lannister. And I was like, why the fuck? I was like, why are you changing your name to Lannister? And he was like, because I'm one of the Lannisters, bro. I was like, so because you're a midget like Tyrion, bro? Or because you like
Jamie? Or because
you're like Jamie, bro? You know, you did your stuff with siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually worse for Tyrion because yes, he did marry a hooker. But towards the end, his dad slept with this girl, so that made it.
Oh,
worse.
He did, huh? That's why he killed him in the shitter, huh?
Yeah. So it was a lose for changing my name as a Lannister. Not the way I wanted to go, bro.
He's like, I just need it for the drinking.
Not the way I wanted to go, but yes, I got cooked.
He got cooked for wanting to call himself a Lannister. Especially because he's not blue-eyed or blonde hair.
Pinche Kevin.
I'm fucking dead.
Oh shit.
Anyways. It is what it is. Man, the energy was big different about Io Sky's reign and the Ops title reign. Back.
Yeah, well.
Tortu Lannister is crazy. he got roasted.
I got cooked, bro. I was like, and I thought I was cooking too. I was like, yeah, I got something for that ass. I got a joke for somebody by naming myself Tyrion Lannister or Tortu Lannister.
I'm fucking dead. But it was good time.
Yeah,
good time.
Yeah, I got called out, bro. Yeah, the Ops. But see, that's the thing. They got no tag teams. This is something that's not new. If you're not gonna use the titles, fucking get rid of them. Ops, promisingly without Hook, they looked like they were gonna be something. They've been disappointing, in my opinion.
What if Hook joins the Death Riders and then just for some reason does this? Let's just play a game, Adrian, because there's no other possible unless Claudio's not injured and Pac comes back. There's no trio unless Gabe Kidd helps.
Hook, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. He's not it.
No, he's not.
He's not the future. He's not a placeholder. He's not. I don't think he's somebody in the locker room that's gonna be like, that's the guy we're gonna go to for like to put people over, to just to be in matches. Like they tried with Hook, but just. And I guess you could blame Tony Khan, you could blame people backstage, but you also got to blame his father. His father was in the business. He knew what to do and what not to do to get over. His father also didn't help Hook out. Hook, I was a fan of him when I first started, but like he's not improving, bro. No. Like he's really not improving. It just feels like Hook 2021 all over again, and we're in 2025.
Yeah. The Ops, unfortunately, are just background. Well, the thing about the Ops is they were formed just to get Hook over, because the Ops was just at first Samoa Joe and Hook. Then Joe left, and then now Samoa Joe's back. Now Hook's back, And then for some reason they added the third guy as a trio, which was Shibata.
Shibata bread.
And then Hook gets injured, and that's when they added Hobbs. It's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Emperor of Lannister of Tortuine.
Tortuine? Like Tatooine?
Tatooine.
Tortuine?
That'd be good.
Tatooine.
My boy's a Lannister, bro.
And I should have thought that true, bro.
You should have thought about it, bro. One of my favorite ones is when someone called me. They're like, "Oh, bro, you look just like Seth Rollins," and then my wife, she says, "Yeah, he looks like Seth Rollins." That shit
Rollins.
Seth Rollins. That shit had me dying.
Yeah, baby. I see that comment. Look at oh yeah. Let me pin.
What are you doing?
So I'm confused. Statlander back to a heel? I was pinning Picante's house's message. I saw it.
Okay. Bring it up.
She says, crazy to think Hook and Dominic Mysterio debuted close to the same time. Yes. This is like one of the first topics that we talked about in our first episodes. Remember, Brian?
Yeah.
And they've all been true, right?
Yeah.
Even I agreed Dominic Mysterio was going to have a better career.
He did. And honestly, he grew into such a different character. It's crazy.
Yep. And they were both green as hell beginning. I think it was right after Mysterio was like close to betraying his father. When he was hated, he was still too green. Hook, that's CM Punk was putting Hook over. Remember? Send Hook. Everybody was like, holy shit, Hook. He's going to be the next big thing. I saw Dominic Mysterio. I saw Hook, and I was like, I got to be real, bro. I think Dominic's going to be a lot better. And yeah.
I never thought he was going to be this good, though. Like,
Dominic?
as a heel, yeah.
No. I like his ring work. I like what he does, like outside and basically in his promos. He doesn't have to do much. Cállense la boca. Instant heat.
And there's a bunch of social media videos out there of him just being a really dope guy.
That's true. Yep.
Great with kids. Even though he's a heel. Great with just like if you like with podcast groups that he does his stuff with, you know?
Oh, yeah. I did see over the weekend there was a Fanatics Fest. There was fans giving obviously gifts to wrestlers.
Oh,
some fan gave Dominic a stuffed animal, but it was of nuggets.
Emotional support nuggets.
And he had those nuggets on Raw in the clubhouse. So that was pretty cool for Dominic. She retweeted it and she was hella happy. The good side of the IWC came together and they supported her. That was good.
Exactly. Speaking of podcasts, Adrian, because it just reminded me right now. I don't know if you had the chance to listen to Cody Rhodes' podcast with Kevin Owens today.
I saw a clip or two.
One of my favorite wrestlers of all time. And I don't know if you knew this was coming, but I just gotta say it because he was name dropped.
I think I know what you're talking about, yeah.
The Miz.
Okay.
One of the GOATs. And Kevin Owens said that man does not get enough credit because he is phenomenal to work with in the ring. Oh. And one of the best wrestlers Kevin Owens has ever stepped foot in the ring with is The Miz.
Damn.
So coming from this is Kevin Owens, who's been in the ring with a lot of people, and he's coming up to say The Miz is one of the best he's ever stepped foot in. And even Cody Rhodes says, yeah, he doesn't have bad matches. I unfortunately had one of the worst matches he's ever had, and that match was all my fault. He said that about the Miz match. And I know which match you're talking about because Adrian, you went.
Oh, nice.
Because you, Adrian, posted videos of that botch fest of a match between The Miz and Cody Rhodes, like a year ago, 2 years ago. It was during his return.
Oh, yeah.
But Cody Rhodes took full blame of that match. So, The Miz, great. One of the GOATs, bro.
Damn, I mean, see, if this is coming from someone like Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes, obviously my blood is boiling, but I mean, I'm not there in the ring, so I just got to take their word for it. I'm not going to argue.
This man is safe to work with. He's down to do anything that you guys want to do, and
he'll I mean, not like The Miz, but yeah, he's a good guy. He's a guy that I wouldn't say you could build a franchise around, but it's a guy that you want to keep around on your team. You know, he's a good wrestler, good on the mic, and he's also does stuff outside the ring. You know, red carpets, interviews, talk shows. He's good on that. Mm-hmm. So Miz is good for WWE, whether he's on TV or outside of TV.
Exactly. I will say, take some time to listen to Cody Rhodes and that podcast. A lot of interesting things were said, specifically about also the indie god, Matt Cardona, who's loves being in the indies so much. He loves it so much, and he has a good time in the indies. He likes it so much that all he ever talks about is coming back to WWE.
Yeah, he exposed my boy Matt Cardona, but I mean, that's pretty much what he's been saying. He's always ready. He's waiting for that phone call around every time. When Chelsea Green won the United States Women's Champion, you know what he did? He took that title and brought it to GCW. Yep. He got name dropped by John Cena, and what did he do the next appearance of GCW?
He said, "Hi, John."
Hi, John. Dropped the same promo.
Hey, I'll a shameless plug for people. He's one of those guys. So is Joe Hendry, because Joe Hendry used Mr. Iguana. He's just like, I want to be on a show with Mr. Iguana. I got to take a picture with this guy and have him do my bit with the iguana.
That's what. Yeah. I don't know. I do like Matt Cardona, but I don't think there's a spot for him in either WWE or AEW. That sucks, because I think he does need to deserve a second run, but there's no room for him.
Yeah, but I would definitely be popping for him. He's one of the good ones, bro. Mm-hmm. Well, other than that, Adrian, any final? Oh, Jim Ross, cancer's gone.
Ooh, for the second time. Let's go.
That's all I got. I got no more news, Adrian.
Hold on. What's today? The 25th?
The 25th.
Oh, okay. So it's heavily reported right now that AEW is going to start heavily select on who they hire from now on. They're going to heavily select on who they hire, meaning they're not just going to hire anybody who's available. They're going to hire people who are not going to use AEW as a stepping stone to WWE. So we can confirm that it is AEW developmental for WWE. They reported it, not me.
Well, I mean, that's who reported it, Dave Meltzer?
No, it was bodyslam.net, 5 for
Who? They're on the fucking payroll. I will say this, Adrian. They should have done that a while ago, because, for example, like when Andrade and Malachi Black, they got let go. They went over there and they wanted to do things their way, not what's best for the company. Like Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin are better because they've been through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying Miro and Andrade and Aleister Black weren't in the indies and stuff, but they understand how to do business professionally. I don't know if because they're older or what it is, or maybe because they've been in WWE for so long, but they're different. So is Ricochet. They need to be a little bit more selective with who they bring in.
Yeah, and also those individuals, Andrade, Malachi Black, Miro, they weren't let go because they didn't work good. They were let go because Vince McMahon didn't want them around. So when they took their fan base over to AEW, everybody was expecting them to get the run that they rightfully deserved. When that didn't happen, then we're like, oh, okay, well then the grass is not green on the other side. We still have all of our wives on the other show.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just go back over there. And it wasn't because they left WWE and they wanted to join another company.
Because Vince
No,
McMahon.
it was because Vince McMahon. So they should have never been let go in the first place.
Yeah.
But yeah, people like that obviously are gonna go back to WWE. But yeah, the rumors that AEW is developmental for WWE are true, I guess.
They're not true. Name 5 people from AEW that are in WWE.
I was just making a joke, but no.
No, there's no jokes here, Adrian. Penta and Ray Phoenix, I'll give you those.
Oh, Jake Cargill, Ricky Starks, Ethan Page.
Ethan Page TNA, but yeah. Okay. But they also went to developmental.
What's the Pillman kid though?
No, it's not. He was not. Don't even use him as an example. I'll give you Mariah May.
Yeah, I've started.
It was like yeah, I'll give you. There's like 4 or 5 in there. But now name out the ones that WWE gave AEW. John Moxley, your world heavyweight champion.
John Moxley
is pretty much damn near entire faction except for Wheeler Yuta.
Yeah.
Ricochet. Ricochet.
Really?
He wouldn't be. He would not be this good on the mic if it was not for WWE.
WWE never gave him a chance.
Yeah, but he did learn how to do all the camera work. I mean, he was there for like 10 years.
But he never used that camera work in WWE.
He wrestled a lot on TV, Adrian. He just was not allowed to talk, but in NXT he learned how to talk.
I don't watch NXT, so I'll take your word for it.
Y'all catch Blake Monroe's YouTube blog? Hold on a second. One of the craziest NXT spots that with Ricochet ever had was with Velveteen Dream. That I think it was Michael Graham who said he was a big Velveteen Dream fan. Was it you, Michael, or am I making that shit up? Be honest, bro. I need to know right now.
Hey, don't put that smart on Michael's name, bro.
I don't think it was him, but I have this weird feeling that it was someone in here, and I think it was Michael. Hold on a second. Definitely. Hold on a second. No, I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna say that's him saying that to somebody else about something else.
Don't put that smart on his name, bro.
I will say this. I was a fan of his work in NXT. He said, love me some Velveteen Dream. That shit was dope in NXT. I mean, I don't like the person and everything that came afterwards, but he was dope in NXT. I thought he was going to be a legit future, bro.
Stephanie Bucket has a favorite wrestler that she has no problem with mentioning. So I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, shit. We got predictions left to do, bro. I was trying to get off the show. Let's do it real quick.
Ooh,
I forgot. Night of Champions. It's only 5 matches right now, right?
Yep.
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, everybody.
No, 6. Bro, what am I doing? I have the card on my phone.
I'm bringing it up. Let's see. Night of Champions. We got to start off with... Ooh. Let's start off from the bottom. Sami Zayn, Karrion Kross.
I think Sami Zayn is gonna take over. Is gonna take over. But this match, I think is gonna make or break Karrion Kross. I think he needs to show out. I think he needs to have a banger match, or at least play some mind games with Sami Zayn. Something that wants us. Something that's gonna want the fans more of Karrion Kross. You know, we've been seeing these little teasers, these little 90-second backstage segments. I think this match is gonna be the match that changes everything for Karrion Kross. But still, he's gonna lose and Sami Zayn's gonna win. But Karrion Kross is gonna have a good showing in this match.
I'm gonna go with Sami Zayn. He wins, and eventually, when he does win the world championship, Karrion Kross can be like, "It was because of me." He's gonna take credit for it. People are saying he can't take back bumps. But I think he's gonna be bumping his ass like crazy in this match just to prove the haters wrong.
No, it was flat back bumps where he can't let flat on his back.
He said he'd rather break his knees than slap on his back. Because he's done that a couple times where he like tucks his legs in backwards.
Yeah.
You okay?
No, I was looking at Michael's comment. I was like, "Oh, the Righteous."
Oh, they're not going back to AEW though. They're going somewhere else.
No, not in AEW. Has to be TNA with Elias. That little teaser they dropped.
Elias is injured.
Oh, shit.
He tore his bicep like a couple days ago.
Damn.
Unfortunate, man. He was on a run.
Yep.
But I'm gonna go with Sami Zayn. Raquel Rodriguez, Rhea Ripley street fight. Rhea Ripley, man. Oh, you know what? Raquel Rodriguez wins with help from Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, I see that. Literally, that's exactly what I see.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm going with Cross. Having him beat Sammy and Sadie would be a good heel move. It would. All right. Karrion Kross. Michael goes with Rhea Ripley. Yeah, I mean, that could also be a good one. Cheika Fatu versus Solo Sikoa.
I think so. I got a feeling Solo got to do it, bro. Got a feeling Solo. Hikuleo. I mean, what better way? I mean, these Bloodline members keep coming in randomly in different episodes. We started seeing it with Solo Sikoa, Clash of Champion a few years back. Then we got Tamatanga. Then we got Tongaloa.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's perfect time to bring Hikuleo in. Get Solo Sikoa more heat. Have Jacob Fatu chase the belt. I think that's the plan.
I agree. I think that's going to be Solo Sikoa because Jacob Fatu is a great heel, a great face. Jacob Fatu is a great face in this situation, but if he wins, then it's just like the storyline's over, right? Yeah,
the chase is better too, and it adds another Bloodline member in the mix, gives him something to do. He was out for quite some time, so that's what I'm seeing, or that's what I'm hoping to see.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, Asuka versus Jade Cargill for the Queen of the Ring tournament. Adrian,
this one can go either way. The obvious choice for me has to be Jade Cargill. Has to be Jade Cargill. Hands down, has to be Jade Cargill.
Jade Cargill wins, furthers the storyline with Naomi. She gets a title shot against Tiffany Stratton.
Yep. The story writes itself right there.
Exactly. Asuka's a nobody. Not that she's a nobody, but
whoa. Yeah.
Nobody. No storyline or nothing.
It's like if Asuka wins, do you want to see a Kairi say Io Sky Asuka match, or do you want to see a
Yes, Naomi? I would, but no.
Yeah. Or do you want to see for Naomi title chase against Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill?
I see that one's a lot more interesting storyline wise, but the other match is really good though.
Yeah, it's not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I'm a little bit more interested in the Jade Cargill one too.
Yeah, Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes.
Something Cody Rhodes.
I mean, that's who I'm going to go with too. But I could see Randy Orton winning. Have him chase again John Cena for one final match. But yeah, Cody Rhodes is gonna win. Now this better be the main event. John Cena versus CM Punk. John Cena. He's like, you couldn't get a WrestleMania main event match because of me, and guess what? You ain't gonna take this title off of me either, you little bitch. He's gonna be like, I'm still daddy, bro.
Yeah, Cena. I got Cena.
Is The Rock coming out? Bro, if The Rock comes out in Saudi, they're gonna go crazy. They're gonna get buck wild out there, dude. Just imagine if CM Punk's this close to pinning John Cena, and then all of a sudden you hear, if you smell what The Rock is cooking.
Internet's gonna go wild, that's for sure. They're gonna be like, he couldn't show up at WrestleMania, but he shows up in Saudi Arabia.
That wouldn't that be the perfect heat though?
It would. It would. I'm already thinking about it. Like, what can I post about that? It's gonna be a good hit. I mean, that's literally what John Cena told you. Don't expect nothing. Literally, don't expect nothing.
So we're expecting The Rock to show up at Saudi Arabia.
Well, not at WrestleMania, but I mean, in this one, it would be an instant heel move.
It would be. I hate that I put it out there into the ether. Now, if it happens, I'm gonna be like, fucking called it. But hey, you know what? If this either way, I would love it. I love seeing The Rock.
Yeah, it's perfect heat. It furthers the storyline. It perfects that the storyline is gonna suck and you're gonna like it type of thing. What John Cena said.
Exactly, and it's also because it also shoves it in the face of CM Punk.
Yep.
It's like you left because of this, and you're fucking liking this shit right now, bro.
Yeah, and he's like, remember your pipe bomb you threw 10 years ago with Stone Cold Steve Austin's shirt? The Rock comes out. What's John Cena put on a Rock shirt?
No. He's going to say the last time is now Saudi Arabia shirt.
That green one?
He's going to come out with a fucking once in a lifetime crown jewel belt for sale.
The 1 or 500.
It's going to have blood money on it. It's literally going to say blood money. Crazy. I also believe Randy's getting redemption for not being properly pinned last year. He already got that. Versus Gunther, he already got that.
Yeah, he got the rematch.
Yeah. Like, they waited a whole long ass time, but they still played it out.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's our predictions for the night, everybody. We got it in last minute, but we got it in because I forgot. We'll be back Friday to discuss Friday Night SmackDown. Then we'll be back Saturday right after, I wanted to say Crown Jewel, but it's Night of Champions to discuss that. We'll have a good time talking to y'alls.
What time are we going live on Friday? Because it's an early Friday Night SmackDown. But still on the West Coast, they're going to show it at regular time.
Yeah, regular time, I would say.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
And we'll be back at a regular time, regular scheduled program. Good night, everybody. Deuces, stay triggered.